Hello everybody, welcome to Frontier Mentality. Hope everybody's doing well. Today is probably one of the scariest to-do lists that I will probably ever have on this channel, but I believe it's something everybody should have. And you also need a family plan with this. So the thumbnail's kind of scary. Yeah. And a lot of people are like, is it even survivable? Yes and no. Depends on where you're at. First and foremost, if you're at ground zero, you're meeting the creator of the universe a little faster than the rest of us. So the first prep is to get right with God and with his son and have a relationship with him and salvation. Okay, that's the first and number one step. Number two, everybody, at least one member in the family and each household should have one of these books. It is often found in the green or red cover. They're the same book, it's just different covers for different time periods, okay? Second, everybody should have a form of iostat or potassium iodine. So this one here expires in 2032. This is my newest one. I have one that has expired that I do still carry in my wallet because it will get me hopefully back home to my new doses. But as long as it's kept in a cool, dark place, from different researches that I have done, but you have to still do your own, suggests that this is still fine. Then you can buy it in bigger forms like this, so you could 60 capsules. This expired last year, but I still keep it in a cool, dark place. You need 14 per person, so this gave me a little extra in case somebody was over when the poo-poo hits the fan. And then everybody should have a Geiger counter. Our nuclear radiation detector is what it's called. And yes, it's made in China, but you know, they're scared of this weapon as well. I had everything out charging it today. I do that often just to make sure all my equipment's working. And then this is a one-time use, and I keep it in my wallet. It's Rad Triage 50. It's a acute doses monitor. The sensor is always active and will develop color if exposed to gamma X rays. Match the sensors to the color with the adjacent bars underneath. So this will tell me if it's safe or not safe or too dangerous to move, but it's a one and done card. So there's that. And the only other thing, and I don't have it out, is a gas mask. And everybody in your family should have one. And it fits on your face and you can breathe like you do now. And I have one as an anti-fog, so even if I wanted to have my glasses on in it, there was room. But I don't have to wear my glasses, only need it when I'm reading. So, and you probably heard me say that I had this out charging, right? Well, I keep everything in a Faraday box, and this is an ammo can. I don't know if we can, I need to show y'all. So see, this is my ammo can. And there's a box stuck in here. So I can open my box up. I have 2 cardboard boxes in it. And then you can see I have Mylar bags wrapped around different things within. This box and monitor will go into a Mylar bag and go back into this box. And then you will need, let's see if I can get this one pulled off a little bit. And it's still very sticky, so it still will work. The aluminum foil tape. Once everything's stuffed back in the box, the tape goes on. So what do I keep in my Faraday box? I keep my guided counter. I keep the update meds in with this. I have my Bofang radio in here. Even though I don't have a license for him, I can still listen and hear what's going on for information. I also have walkie-talkies within this that I do charge and put back in, because if the poo-poo hits the fan, I want at least something right away that I can get information from. What else? So, okay. Designated 0, you will not survive. You have gone and met the maker of the universe. And pray for the rest of us, okay? So, fallout. That is what we are surviving if we're not at ground zero. There are different websites that you can play around with to see, like, rings within rings within rings. And as they expand out, lesser the damage. I can't remember the name of the website. If maybe somebody I know watching can put that in the comments if they're still watching. Then the best and foremost is to have a root cellar or a fallout shelter. This book tells you how to do it, how to build a fallout shelter and do it to survive. It also does real quick pinches and how to do it in your house, how to do it in a crawl space, if it's a big crawl space, and even if it's a small crawl space. So let's say you have a basement. You want to be in the north corner of the house. Far the side that points north, you want to be on that side to everything I've read. And then you're going to want to build, so you want 2 outside walls, and at least that they're covered outside. Then you're going to build 2 more walls within. You're going to use rebar, and you're going to use cement, and you're going to fill up and make you 2 walls. Then you're going to put like bunk beds in there, and you're going to put food in there, and you're going to put water in there. And you're going to do it for each member of your family, at least a week's worth of food. Now, you don't have a basement, but you might have a crawl space. You can buy earth bags as long as it's 2 feet thick. Use your outside wall, measure it, and then the bag, and then you pound it and you make like the earth ships, but you're using earth bags. So you can do that under your house. And just put, what you need to do is put as much mass from the outside, and you still build those little walls underneath. And you also want to put them between the rafters of your house, but you know, your floor joists. And they also need to be 2 feet deep, or you can use cinder blocks, solid cinder blocks. Okay. Now we're talking to people that just has a 1-story house, maybe no crawl space, maybe they're on a concrete slab. You're gonna want the most interior room of your house, just like tornado shelters. And if you have the time, and I would make it worth the time, wherever that shelter space is, crawl up an attic, or pay somebody to crawl up there, lay down plywood, and then either earth bags up in your attic over your space, or cinder blocks that are solid, not the ones with the holes in them. They have to be solid, and they need to be 2 feet thick or deep, and put that over. Back in the 50s and early 60s, you know, they had the duck and cover and get under your desk, and that is laughable because it was at school and that's all they had. But if you're at home, like me and Bruce, our most inner place would be our hallway and one bathroom. So what would we do? We would, we'd have to plastic this side here because it's the walkway going in. Then we could put a bookshelf in front of that because there are a few bookshelves in my hall. And then we could, bedroom, stuff everything up against the walls for biomass. We could even put the dining room table in there, and then put some mattresses on top of the dining room table to have biomass over our heads. But the first and foremost thing, when you come inside, if you're coming into your home, you want a metal trash can, and you're gonna want at least 2 contractor bags per person, and probably 1 or 2 for your pets. So what you're doing now is you're coming home, you're jumping in the shower, you're taking all your clothes off and you're putting it in the contractor bag. No bleach, no vinegar, just shampoo and soap. You wash your body and you get all that radiation off. You get your towel, you dry off. Put that same towel that you just wipe down your shower, put it in a bag, tie it off, put it in the metal trash can. For each person doing this afterwards. And at the end, you're going to duct tape the shower drain because you just washed a lot of radiation down that drain. Then you're going to cut off your air system to your house, and you're going to tape all vents, air conditioning vents, over your house or within your house. Now, if you're in a HOA or you're in a condo setting and they have rules about putting plastic on the outside of your windows, they don't want that, you can do the plastic on the inside. You can put the plastic on the inside, duct tape it, and that is going to keep particles from coming into your home. So I'm going to show you 2 different things that they had in here for on a pinch, okay? Say you're stuck out somewhere or whatever. Yes. Where is it? Okay. It shows 2 girls in this hole here, and it looks like they have maybe 4 feet above where they're sitting. So that's a 6-foot hole. And then this gentleman over here is sitting, and he's probably 2 to 3 feet. So I'm going to suggest that he is. So, and then it says that they took logs, they sawed down trees, and they put it over the hole. And then they filled the dirt on top of the trees. Or first, what it said, they dug the hole, laid down the trees, they laid a tarp down on top of it, and then they backfilled all the dirt on top of the tarp, This keeps dirt from falling on your head. This keeps radiation from falling on your head. And put you in a safe space. You can add water and everything down in there for a quick shelter. The houses are better by far. Root cellar's the best. And if you can afford a bunker, the bunkers are the cream of the crop, but not everybody can afford that. So remember, survivable, yes, if you live far enough away. So the homework is study the weather patterns of where you're at. So the west of me is Alabama. That's where the majority of our rain comes. Once it gets to Montgomery, it's about an hour and a half from us. It gives us time to act quickly, but can still be done. Nashville's about the same. It's the northwest part of the storm that will be coming in. Might actually give us an extra 30 minutes. Now, pop-up showers that move from the east or south is usually from hurricane seasons. And you just have to be paying attention and listening to your radio. And it's not just like, oh, we're getting rain today. Hurricane coming off the east coast. Now you need to be tracking how far away you are from the east coast, and then give yourself a comfort zone of time for getting everything ready. So yeah, that it is a scary subject, but survivable. And the last thing too is, if you get past all that and you come out on the other side and it's time to plant a garden, you're gonna dig 2 feet down, and you're gonna push it downhill away from where your garden is. You have just now gotten to clean soil and it's safe to plant. Remember, you want potassium iodine, 14 per person. If you have a toddler or an infant, liquid potassium iodine, rub it on the bottom of their feet or on their tummy. You can also do the iostats and carry one with you at all times. The triad card is a one-time use, but it's good to keep in your wallet if you're not at home. The nuclear radiation detector, and the book. All right, everybody, please stay safe, please get ready, and please get prepared. Frontier Mentality signing out.